You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
Welcome back to the Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell.
And co-host Keelan Harvey.
Your local mortgage experts right here on 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, October 6th show. We bring into studio each week the best of the best experts in our local market on everything money. We're here to help you in today's economy. If you're hearing our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast, but we're here to answer your questions, connect you with the guests that we have on the show today. You can call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. In studio right now, Britt Wibmer with Britt Wibmer Real Estate Group, winning in a shifting market. Britt, good to have you back in studio. We have all these regular people in studio today.
Thanks for having me back. It's a lot of fun to be here.
I love it. A little bit about Britt. Britt is the principal broker and of Britt Wibmer Real Estate Group with Realogics, Sotheby's International Realty. A little bit of a tongue twister there for me. Equipped with 15 back-to-back years as a top producer broker, Britt capitalizes on her experience with her Rolodex and her strong negotiation skills to help clients achieve their real estate objectives. Focused on West Bellevue and greater Seattle area, Britt provides a luxury real estate experience at all price points. She also provides complimentary staging, professional organizational help, and home prep project management that helps her clients get their home ready seamlessly and easily. Britt's passion is maximizing her clients' real estate investments and making each and every real estate journey a positive one.
Well, Britt, you're a rock star, so I would love to get your
just
opinion.
have to chuckle about that.
Sandy, you're a rock star too, don't you?
Yeah.
We're
all rock stars in this room.
Tony, so are you.
Yeah, and Tony too.
Everyone in the room.
Since we're full of rock stars in here, tell us about the shifting market. What do you mean by shifting?
Well, I love the fact that Sandy's here too in studio and was able to address it as well. So what we're seeing, and I concur completely with Sandy, is that we have seen a huge amount of new inventory come into the market. In some places, it's 400% more than what we saw just back in November. So, it's a combination of this rapid increase in inventory, and then the sales are slowing.
Yes.
And we are just coming off of summer. I'm really, really excited to see those September statistics. I too, from what I'll be talking about today,
they both hit you right before you're going to the show.
I'm also going to be speaking to the August numbers. So I'm so glad that Sandy didn't somehow get the numbers earlier.
That worked out.
It worked great. But I think we're all really looking forward to seeing what's happening now that school's back in session. But nonetheless, what we're seeing is that the increased inventory, the slower rate of sales is affecting the price points. And we are seeing these price reductions, which we haven't seen in a lot of years. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a shifting market.
So, it's just crazy doing the show. I mean, we talk about, real estate every week, and I literally go from one show to the next show, and things, just have that dramatic change, going from waiving all of your contingencies, having $50,000 earnest money on the line that you could not get back if you walk for any single reason, then agreeing to pay more than the appraised value came back with. That was the market we came out of. Now into a market that, $10,000 seller credits, you're going in being able to go contingent on your home not selling, you've got your inspection contingency, wait time. So with this extreme difference, do you feel that we've reached the top of the price market, Britt, or what does your crystal ball say there?
I don't think you have to have a crystal ball to be able to see the reality. And we can look in the rearview mirror and see that we've hit the peak for this cycle. I mean, we can talk 10 years from now. Yes, we're not at the peak anymore.
Of course.
But at this point, we've seen the peak. It happened sometime between, I'd say, December and April. And it's not doomsday.
Yes.
It is not, circa 2010 when everything was crashing or had crashed. So it is definitely we've hit that top, and we're going to see some I think we're seeing reductions already,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to be stabilized at about, you ratchet back 1 year of appreciation.
Okay, so not bad. I mean, you take us back 12 months. I mean, yeah.
I saw a recent
It's just the
stat.
idea of losing anything, people, that has a really bad perspective on it.
Well, people try to realize their appreciation and try to realize the price that they're seeing on Zillow or Redfin,
Sure.
and try to believe that that's the price that their house is worth. But if you don't sell your house at that time,
Yeah.
it's a non-realized gain. So
Yes.
you just have to pull up your big can pants and realize, hey, that was then.
Pull up your britches and take it. It is what it is, right? So what if I want to move? What does this shift mean for me? Let's say I want to make a big move.
Houses are still selling. It's just you have to, and I love it because I've, of course, talked to a lot of other realtors, and I just love gaining information from all around me. And one woman said it the best. She said, you either have to have the perfect house or it has to be a great deal. Buyers have so much selection right now. So when you say you have a price point, let's just use $1 million, for instance, they're looking at all the different homes that are available at $1 million. Well, so now you have to be the best prepared, the best priced, and the best neighborhood, and it's got to have a perceived value to the buyer for you to be able to get an offer. So what I'm recommending is looking at the competition, and then in your range, and this, Sandy spoke to this a bit, is pick that. You got to be on the lower side of that range.
Yeah.
Because one stat also, and I'm such a stats and graphs and charts girl. So last month, from July to August, there was a price drop of 5.5%, but over the course of the last year, we're still up 102%. I mean, we're up 2%.
Okay.
So if you were just ratchet back to what you would have been 1 year from now, and price it in that way, you're going to get an offer.
Yeah. So with the, we had the crash, and if you look back at the why behind the crash, again, was the money shortage and all the craziness that was happening in, our industry, Keelan and I. When a client says, hey, are we hitting another crash? What's your reply back to that?
It's an absolute no.
Yes.
Hard stop. When there are sellers that want to sell, buyers that want to buy, and there's the money available,
Yes.
then it's not going to crash. And also with loans being given to even turkeys, and really non-people. That's really what bolstered the market, and it ultimately led to the demise of so many loans.
Yeah.
So no, I think with the economics of our area, with the readily expanding job growth, all the financial indicators are very strong. It's just we're going to see an adjustment because the comps that sellers are looking at are comps that were built over time, month over month, when appreciation was gaining so rapidly. So those established comps that were from 6 months ago, those are bolstered because there was such competition out there.
Yes.
And now without the competition, it's not going to be bolstered price.
I can imagine, there's got to be a group of people that have the old FOMO, the fear of missing out, and they're like, I got to list my house now, because, it's like they feel like they missed the boat. There's got to be that little push. So if I wanted to list my house, what's the winning formula at this point so I can get the most out of it? I mean, what do you do in this market?
Oh, I love working with people with FOMO. That's because they're motivated then. So I think a great way to look at it is, we know what the market is today. We don't know what it's going to be like in 6 months, and we don't know what it's going to be like in a year.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at the market conditions now and looking at the competition, how many other properties that are similar, and then also really keeping in mind the fact that, from July to August, prices went down 5.5%. I mean, I don't know where it's going to go from there. So if you're really wanting to sell your home and sell it for the best price and not have it linger, I would highly recommend just going back a year or, within a range,
Sure.
but then and price it accordingly. And 100%, just like Sandy said, preparation is key right now.
Yeah.
You really do have to have a home that is move-in ready because there are options out there that are for people that are for move-in ready homes. And, people are busy. And I would say, sorry, millennials, people are not as thrilled about a fixer project as they used to be. So I'd say the prep of getting your home perfect for market, plus the price, and of course, hiring a very aggressive and professional real estate agent will help you get your house sold.
Yes. Great advice, Britt. So talking about prepping your home, there are people still have they've got a lot of equity in their home. Equity line of credits are easy to be able to qualify for those. So if somebody is thinking of remodeling their home, either because they want to stay in it or they're looking at doing some upgrades on their home to prepare it for possibly selling in the future, what would be your advice there in types of upgrades that sellers should be doing?
I think kitchens and bathrooms, those are key, especially master bathrooms.
Okay.
I have seen houses just get passed over because the master bathroom wasn't up to par. I mean, really, people are looking at in-city locations and looking at older homes, and then also at the same tour, going out a little bit further and looking at new construction. So they have an idea that they'd like to have something move-in ready, and a beautiful master bathroom's ideal. But, you guys, you don't have to spend that much money. If you work with someone, such as myself, gosh, I hate to keep
plugging it away, Britt. You're awesome.
Plugging. But, you can do things as easy as just replacing the countertop, brand new undermount sink, new hardware, of course, paint, and then you have a refreshed bathroom, and you don't have to be tearing out subfloor to give a master bathroom a great new look.
The good old curb appeal,
Yeah.
We're human beings. It's what looks good, smells
Well, it's kind of
good.
like for the girls, we don't want to go on without our makeup on. I mean, so it's kind of think about that. That's kind of scary. You don't want your house to look like that.
I'm just going to
I don't even know what that means. But that's just as funny.
It's a trap. It's a trap, Tony. Don't say anything. It's a trap.
Tony's so quiet over there.
So let's talk about the opposite side of that coin. So what advice would you give people that want to downsize?
Oh, well, downsizers are, if you're trying to downsize, actually, it seems like, I think as the older I get, the older my friends get, and, our kids are getting closer and closer to getting out of high school, say, and that's this classic time to downsize, to you don't have to be right by the school that your kid is going to. And so if you're planning on downsizing, I'd say it's time to start prepping to get your house ready for sale. And you could sell now and rent for a little bit. I have some clients are thinking about renting in the interim to see kind of what the market does. And if you have the opportunity to do that, you might try.
Yeah. So getting ready to list your home, let's say in the spring, what type of prepping can you do up front to be ready to go?
Well, there's so much that can be done. But if I could kind of reverse that question, because it would be, do you list now or do you list in the spring?
Okay.
And then also, as Sandy said, her favorite time to list is January. So it could be any of those months, but the time to start, for sure it's getting your home organized, start taking things out, what you're not going to need. The decluttering process can happen over a very long period of time. One of the things that I offer my clients is complementary organizational services. So if you list with me, I hire a personal organizer and they can come and help you pack up.
Nice.
So getting decluttered, getting packed, but then also things like painting. The winter months are a great time to start with your landscape because things then grow and then you'll be ready for spring. So lots of different home prep things, but I'd say mostly if you're wait until spring, start getting very organized.
Yeah, great advice. Well, Britt, thank you so much for coming back in and joining Keelan and I, and it's great to hear the updates and what's happened with the real estate market.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
And that's our show. This is Tina Mitchell signing off for the day.
And your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
Your mortgage experts. We'll be here same time, same place, right here at 11:50 a.m. KKNW next weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone.